Con Japan. Background: multifocal soft contact lens (MFSCLs) are useful for correcting both far and near vision, and presbyopia by their simultaneous vision. Factors affecting the efficacy of MFSCL may include tear stability on soft contact lens SCL, along with wearer refractive conditions, refractive and accommodative power, and MFSCL factors, optical design, material, tear film stability, and power. Knowledge regarding the relationship between tear film stability on MFSCL and visual function is limited. It is sometimes challenging to evaluate the visual function of MFSCL wearers and may necessitate new tests of visual function for MFSCL. I will explain the functional visual acuity (FVA), which is one of evaluation variables in this study. FVA examination includes a time element access and sequentially assessing visual acuity (VA) for 60 seconds, allowing estimation of practical visual for participants during continuous gazing tasks such as driving and walking at visual display terminal. It can evaluate visual function related to tear stability in patients with dry eye and SCL wearers. FVA is measured using the FVA measurement equipment AS28 core. It can measure far and near vision, simulated by placing a -3 diopter lens, and then evaluate presbyopia. AS28 core can display the average VA for 1 minute. It starts from the best corrected VA and measures continuously for 1 minute. The display time of the optotype Randall is 2 seconds. The visual maintenance ratio VMR is an index for the stability of visual function. Next is tear film stability evaluation method. The tear film stability of the MFSCL surface is a factor that affects wearing comfort. Tear film stability on the SCL can be evaluated by observing tear dynamic on the SCL surface with an interferometry DR1 core. Non-invasive tear breakup time NIBUT on the MFSCL can be measured. The NIBUT may differ depending on the type and material of the MFSCL. Purpose. This shows purpose to compare the tear film stability of the lens surface and visual function wearing two MFSCLs and evaluate the relationship between tear film stability and visual function. Methods. Distress for methods. 20 participants, mean age 50.1 plus minus 4.5 years. Over the age of 45 years who had presbyopia were alternately fitted with each Daly's Total 1 multifocal, DT1MF, and one day Acuvue Moist multifocal, AMMF, with the same refractive and power. They will each MF-SCL for at least 15 minutes and ophthalmic examination were performed. Visual function. This shows visual function assessment. Conventional dismal VA, CD-VA, while wearing MF-SCL for far and near 3 cm distance. Objective refraction, while wearing MF-SCL, Tonolef 3 NIREC. This is for FVA variables, and there are 5 parameters were assessed. The FVA, visual maintenance ratio, maximum and minimum VA, response time, number of blinks. This shows object assessment of tear film parameter, NIBUT and THM. Statistical analysis are shown this slide. List of visual function. As per this table, DT1MF shows significantly better CDVA for far vision. Meanwhile, AMMF shows significantly better CDVA for near vision and higher myopic power. Result of FVA parameters. This table shows that DT1MF shows significantly better FVA parameter for far vision. Meanwhile, AMMF shows significantly better FVA parameter for near vision. Result of lens weightability and tear parameter. According to this table, NIBUT with DT1MF significantly longer than that with AMMF. TMH in temporal with DT1MF is significantly higher than that with AMMF. Result of correlation between NIBUT and FVA parameters in DT1. Eventually, FVA parameters for far vision, but not for near vision with DT1, was significantly corrected to NIBUT. Correlation between NIBUT and FVA parameter in AMMF was not found. Discussion. AMMF shows better CDVA and FVA for near vision because of object refraction, while AMMF wearing revealed higher myopic power than DT1MF. Previous work demonstrated that AMMF shows better near vision than several other MF-SCL. AMMF may be designed with a higher myopic power. DT1MF shows better CDVA and FVA for far vision and longer NIBUT than that of AMMF. DT1MF was water gradient that reached approximately 100% water at the lens surface. This technology supports understanding comfort for wearers and excellent surface moisture stability. DT1-MF shows a correlation between NIBUT and FVA parameter for far not but near vision. These research shows that the high readability of DT1-MF may be associated with improved VA for far vision because it has higher tear stability on peripheral zone of contract lens for distance use. Conclusion. There are different visual functions for far and near vision and tear film stability between MF-SCLs. After understanding the characteristics of each MF-SCL, this lens may be an excellent option for patients requiring presbyopia correlation and excellent visual function. To conclude, the high readability of DT1-MF may be associated with improved visual function for far vision especially. This study was conducted by Dr. Suzuki and sponsored by Alcon Japan. And I appreciate Dr. Itokawa to give me a lot of advice. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so we'll open the session up for questions now. Do we have a question? We've got a hand up over here in the audience. Microphone's just heading over towards you. We've got two hands up. Mark as well. So if you could.
Hello. In your presentation, what is the reason why is the NIBUT of Alcon that long?
Thank you for your question. DT1-MF is characterized by water gradient structure. As a result, it has a good water wettability.
Mark?
Thank you. I'll follow up on that, I think. Do you know if there's anything you could add in the form of a drop that might increase the wettability of the AM? I can't remember what you called it now. AM? Yeah, that one. Moist.
Thank you for your question. Dr. Suzuki will answer your questions on
Right, your suggestion is right. So, in this time, I never tried some other method, including the wettability, like eye drops, but then, however, so maybe improving the wettability connect to the better visual function. Yeah, in future, I will try that.
And I think Craig's got a microphone with a question.
Yeah, hi, Craig Woods. I may have missed this, but when you fitted the contact lens, did you do an over-refraction to optimize the vision?
Yeah, I will answer it. So, AMF is already shown the data. The AMF wave has a little bit myopic power rather than the DT1. So, as you know, the exact refractive power of these lenses is quite different. Same refractive power, but maybe the 0.2 or 0.3 is different. So, I think that this is due to the connected these difference of the refractive power.
And I had a question, if that's okay. Tear film's highly dynamic, and you do a series of tests. How do you know that the first test isn't influencing the second, isn't influencing the third?
Yeah, right. I quite frankly, I tried the 20%. 10 is AMF is first, and the other 10 people try to examine to the DT1, so MF. So please extend here. Yeah.
Thank you. Super. Thank you. Okay, so our next talk is by Dr. Jerome van